Now that gay couples across the U.S. are free to marry, they are also free to experience the full range of family dramas that can come with planning a wedding. Should I invite my father to my gay wedding? The moneyologist Quentin Fottrell is here to help us work it out. Hi, Quentin. Great to see you.
You too.
So your reader has a tricky relationship with his father, correct?
Right. So he's in his late 30s. When he was in his early 20s, he said he came out to his father. Didn't go well. Have had a sort of a fractious relationship since then. His father, his parents split up. Father remarried. Gets on pretty well with his stepmom, but they don't really see each other outside of family functions. And his point was he didn't ever really feel accepted, and he's now planning to get married to his boyfriend stroke fiance. So he's wondering, should he send a invitation?
And I understand his concern. He doesn't want any negativity at his wedding. I mean, if he feels like there's someone who would rather not be there, then maybe they shouldn't be there. Right.
And he's also afraid of sending it and then not getting a response or getting a regret, which he feels...
And feeling rejected yet again.
Right. So he wants to avoid that.
Now, before we get to your advice, let's discuss really quickly the fact that family dramas are come part and parcel with many weddings, correct?
Right. So this, in some way, this is it's an unusual, it's a different problem, but every wedding is going to have, and there are people who don't get along with their parents, and it's difficult to put families together. Every wedding is full of drama.
Yes, indeed. And his partner, however, wants to extend the olive branch, correct? And he says you should invite your father.
Right, which I think is interesting. That, I mean, it's always easier to be on the outside looking in.
That's right.
You know, if you're ever at a family dinner and it's not your family and everybody's arguing, it's like, it's great viewing because you're not part of it.
You're not in it. So what did you recommend?
So I said that, you know, because I was in Ireland during the vote for marriage equality there, and I think what the feeling I got was the feeling of inclusiveness that most, you know, people were voting for gay people like me, to come to the table, to come to the party.
Yes.
You know, and I think so, using that phrase, I said to him, you know, that I think he should invite his father to the table too. And that if he doesn't accept it, you know, he needs to leave that in the laps of the gods.
Right.
Because then you won't have to answer all the questions like, where's your father? Well, he couldn't make it, unfortunately. Rather than, what would have happened?
Right.
Would he have come? And if he does come, he doesn't have to dance. He doesn't have to be the first to eat the birthday cake. He doesn't have to make a big speech. You know, his presence is gift enough. And he might see that these are the small moments in life that give relationships dignity and that are there to celebrate. And he might have who knows, he might have a shift.
Yes. Well, that's so good.
He may not, but he might.
This is the time to be big-hearted and generous.
Right. Just send the invitation and move on.
All right, Quentin Fottrell, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
For that great advice.